Okay, so here's part 2 of this bridging challenge. And something else that you'll learn in addition to how to activate the back line of your legs is about progressive challenging. So there are multiple ways to progress an exercise. Examples include adding resistance, changing the length of a lever, adding a component of instability, or making your base of support smaller or larger. So those are all things that you can adjust in order to make an exercise easier or harder depending on what your needs are. So in this series of 2 more bridges, I'm going to show you examples of adding resistance and making your base of support smaller, both of which will add more challenge to your bridge. All right, here we go. Okay, so in terms of adding resistance, you're going to take a TheraBand and you're going to place it across your lap, and then you're going to squeeze it with your pinkies and press your pinkies down onto the floor. So I like this exercise because a lot of dancers actually need to work on opening their shoulders, sort of learning how to retract and depress their shoulder blades rather than just hyperextending their thoracic spine. So this exercise also helps you work on shoulder extension and scapular retraction and depression. I'm pressing my pinkies down into the floor, and I'm going to do my bridges that I've already learned, pressing up against the band and then back down. So instead of just having to lift my own body weight, the back of my legs now have to lift my body weight and press against resistance. So ideally this makes the backs of my legs and my glutes work even more in my bridge. And you can do this, I'm doing a neutral bridge right now, but you could also move through an articulating bridge to come up, and then you could articulate back down. And as you go along, you want to toggle back and forth between thinking about your shoulders, your spine, and your hips. So keep checking on your shoulders, keep checking on your spine, keep checking on your hips, making sure that you're not hyperextending your spine, that you're really doing hip extension, not spine extension.